Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. So, I'm not sure if you guys know how Fanbase works, but at the very bottom, there is a hand. Um, and that is where I can choose you to come up if you have a question. So, if you press that, I'll then see that you are ready to talk. But in the meantime, I do just want to tell you guys how grateful I am that you all joined today. This was like a last minute idea of mine. I'm like, how can I give back to, the energy to, power me up again? Because honestly, I'm here to tell you guys how to make your mark and how to really find your place in this world stage. Because I think a lot of times we think, oh, we need to freaking run at the highest speed and do the absolute most. Um, and although that may be true in certain, aspects, there's so much, there's so much, how do I put this? There's so much mentally that has to be done for things to actually manifest. Your actions alone are not what gets you to point A to point B. What you do in the 3D is only the is honestly like when people say, "Oh, the gym is what do they say the phrase is? The gym is 10%, but the 90% is what you eat." Yeah, that's very important to think that way when it comes to the anything that you're doing, because the world stage it's like a merry-go-round. It's all connected. And when you serve, you will actually receive what it is that you're chasing after. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Because when I find myself chasing, I'm in a place of despair, I'm in a place of frustration, depression, and feeling like nothing is working. But that's because I'm not including the higher source in my everyday or my decision making. And I really want to give you guys a new perspective on what that looks like, because it's not just getting on your knees and praying and begging. It's not about going to church. It's not even about any of those things. Those things, like I said, those are all 3D stuff. It's about your mind. Um the other day, I don't know if you guys have heard of Headquarter Studios, but they're here in Atlanta. Oh my goodness. My eyes are watering talking about that environment, because moments, weeks, days leading up to me stumbling upon this place, I had been seeking community, right? But the right community. You know, sometimes we get, I want to say the word manipulated because I've been manipulated into feeling like you have to lower, not even lower, but change what it is that you want, because you're trying so hard to be in this next space in your life, that you might go somewhere that you don't really enjoy, but you're like, well, this is community, this is what I have to do. But I don't believe God wants you to be miserable, and he saw that. I had been feeling disconnected from a lot of environments, but I was still putting my foot forward to get there and be there. I'm gonna choose you in just a second, young. Um, and I say all that to say, I've been wanting to be in community, but like I said, the right community. I found myself at a location called Headquarter Studios, and when I tell you, it was everything wrapped into one of what I wanted. It gave me the element of church. It gave me the element of music. It gave me the element of friendship. It gave me the element of just like community all in one. And I felt so at peace, because for so long I've been feeling guilty about not being at this place or not being there, and it's because I wasn't meant to be there. I was leading my way up to being in the space that was meant for me. So when you play your part in the world stage, it'll come to you. Now let me answer you, Mr. Young. One second. Hello, hello, welcome.
Hi, how are you doing today, Miss Madai? Madai, did I say it right?
Madai.
Madai Shakel.
Yes.
How are you doing today? You're absolutely right about the unity community. I mean, about the community. I actually have a community that I'm trying to start myself for postpartum and everything like that. I'm 24 years old. I have 6 kids. I'm an artist. My oldest is 8. I have 5 daughters and 1 son. And so I thought about not about really changing my tomorrow, but changing the tomorrow for my kids instead. Because, like I tell my people and everything like that, tomorrow is already kind of set in stone for me. But if I can change the tomorrow for my kids and the tomorrow that they might come up inside of, it'll be a whole difference because I start that today and
Mhm.
what and the decisions I can make and having a community and everything around you like that I think is something amazing to have. And trying to be an artist and everything like I am, I'm trying to come up in the world. Talking to people like you seems like out of this world sometimes. People be like, "Oh, well, I don't really know if they're gonna actually talk to me," because when you see that you have so many people that follow you already, you don't really know how to approach the situation as it is. But to see that you're such a down to earth person is honestly amazing. Like I said, I'm starting a postpartum unity community because I got 5 little girls, and plus I'm a man who actually does experience postpartum himself, but a lot of women doesn't think that. Or like as a man, you experience postpartum. I'm like, yeah, I actually have and can and everything like that. But it's very hard to start something in a system where it's like only woman based. But having a community of people around you that can understand yourself, it takes a village, honestly, but it takes one step at a time.
That's very true. I love that. I think that's amazing. Wow, you said a lot of stuff just now. I'm just thinking about it.
I
Well,
apologize.
congrats to you because the fact that you're even like doing that with such a huge army on your back, like that's amazing.
That's the reason why I'm doing it because I have such a huge army on my back. Everybody asks me, like at 24 years old, they're like, "You have 6 kids at 24 years old. What are you gonna do with that? And do you have a job and everything like that?" And I told them, I said, first off, at all of these jobs, they're gonna pay me to use my mouth to get them to come over here and help them towards their business. And so
Hmm.
instead of doing that, I decided to better myself and learn how to create my own business. I want to start me a nonprofit organization called the Unity Community where people can come and have a safe space. Just like you said, this is a safe space. That's exactly what I want to call my nonprofit organization. I want to create an app where people can actually log on at any point in time and have other real organic people that you can just reach out to and ask questions just about everyday simple life and stuff like that. And I want to call it the Unity Community. I haven't been able to create it just of yet because honestly and truthfully, being 24, young black male who's just starting out. I've done music. I've been doing music for about the last 2 years. I literally go live every day and we'll stay live for about an hour, letting beats come on, shouting everybody out who's on the beat, and literally just creating freestyle whole types of songs. GODLYERIC. You can find me there. And I actually did told you. I actually texted you not too long ago and told you I wanted to do an open verse with you. You said you was gonna let me know about the email and everything. And honestly, just from doing little stuff like that, I tell people this is how you organically move through the system, finding people like you who's willing to support the community back that they have come from.
Hmm.
And I think that is so amazing to find just amazing people like you who has an open minded source to be able to even say, I'm gonna let somebody like this come and sit down and talk and be able to share the platform that I have created myself. That's something amazing.
Well, congrats to you. I love that. I can't wait to see where you go with that and keep going. Honestly, like that's the whole point and you're not alone in this. Like it is the circle of life. It is all connected. So when you find where you can be of service and where you can promote positive energy, you will receive that back.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And if you get a chance, Miss Madai Shakel, please check me out. GODLYERIC. Guiley Eric. That's me.
I got you. You have a good one.
Thank you, beautiful.
Bye. Wow, wow, whoa. All right, y'all. So this was my first fan base audio room. I feel like it was a success. I do want to make this something that we do regularly. I want to answer any of you guys' questions when it comes to just maybe more technical things about the industry. But also, I'm here to be your motivator and to get your mind right to tackle your day. Do you think that starting this in the morning time would be good? Because you know, this what we all need. I mean, I needed it. This is why I did it today. I woke up feeling like, okay, you're gonna have a good day today on purpose, but you can't do it alone. You need to get the people who actually love and support you to be all in one room. And then I thought of coming here. So here we are. Let me add Joyce up to the stage.
Hello.
Hi, Joyce.
How are you? I love your song, by the way. I'm so impressed. I'm a older generation, so I'm not really up to everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I did see that were you a participant in American Idol? Is that how you started? I kind of got lost.
Yes. Yes. So that was not necessarily how I started, but definitely one of the big moments in my career, especially on the internet.
Okay, well, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank
And when it
you.
comes, I support Fanbase wholeheartedly. I'm on here. I've been on here for 2 years, and I'm looking for talent. I'm looking for people that actually want to come to Fanbase, and I think you would be perfect. I need to celebrate people that are actually doing positive things. So I heard you mention that you wanted to be consistent about opening a room. So I encourage you to open a camp so people can join it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we can't join the world stage queue, but I do have an onboarding room. So if you need any help with anything, I am the one that will do that for you. But I just wanted to tell you that.
Oh, thank you. I just gave you a follow. I definitely would love to talk to you more about that because, like I said, this is my first one, so I want to explore the other, the best ways to keep a community going on here.
Yes, and that is because one thing about building community, and Isaac kind of gives his 9-step playbook. One of them is to create your camp because people can follow it even though you don't have a room open, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm looking forward to seeing your camp and I'll definitely join it.
Thank you, Joyce. I will be happy to see you there, and we'll be talking soon.
All right. Bye bye. Have a blessed day.
You too. Awesome. Awesome sauce. 11:23 on the clock. If you guys don't know, that is a significant number for me. When I auditioned for The Lion King, my number was 123. So anytime I see the numbers in order like that, I always think of that. It also reminds me that I'm aligned. I'm right exactly where I'm supposed to be, and so are all of you. Um this is such a good feeling to be on here talking to all of you, um because this feels like there's no facade. This doesn't feel like a level of perfectionism that I'm used to having to keep up, and that's kind of been one of my main struggles, I think. Viewing myself in that light, that's not even realistic. I think the more I get consistent with just me, I will see that I'm everything that I already need to be. There's no outside of me. Like this version of me right now is already perfect, and that's how I want you guys to see yourselves. um you want to be well rounded and dynamic in who you are, and this environment, this room here feels like that because this is me, and there's no production making it, you know, greater than me. It's just the moment. It just is. Thank you, whole lot of Keish. I appreciate that. I saw the comment you made earlier about me being taught to sing. Yeah, I really wish that I was able to hear myself as a little kid so I could know not so much on how true that is, but like more so like where I was, because I don't know what made anybody think to put me in singing lessons, because the way I used to sing as a kid, it doesn't we've seen little kids who could sing. Anybody know Jemiah Simone Nash? Back in the day, she used to be like the icon of children that can sing. She was like a little baby girl who could sing, like runs and everything. And it's crazy because I used to study her as a child because I saw everyone watching her and I'm like, I want to sing like her. And I grew up to now know her. She's like a older sis vibe kind of energy to me now, and she's a vocal coach. So she's incredible. But I wasn't that singer. I wasn't that as a child. I think I just had a lot of energy. Um and they said you need to put her in something. My mom thought I was so hyper to the point that she brought me to the doctor. They were like, "Your daughter's fine." She's like, "Are you sure?" So they just put me in performing arts school. So that performing arts school taught you singing, dancing, and acting. So I had no choice. But I think my level of dedication and I want to say this word so bad. I don't know if this word is even a word, but folkism, focusism was was intriguing to the teachers at the time. So they just taught me and never stopped. And I always, showed up. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, Jemiah Simone Nash. You can find her. She you guys have probably seen her videos as a little girl, like back in the day, like over 15 years ago. Yeah, she was the golden child for voice, everything. Um, what else is there? She was in a movie with Leon Thomas. Forgot the name of the movie, but those were child stars that could really sing. And I was not that. So I don't know how I got to this place. Now, I do want to say the American Idol clip that you guys saw, thank you so much for the compliments, but that definitely was not my favorite or best. Um, but that's okay because one, I've grown tremendously since then vocally, but also the week before my audition, I magically got COVID. But it's crazy because, like I was telling you guys earlier about following, like just putting yourself in position to kind of just float, be intentional, but allow life to life so that you may learn, because that's how you learn. That was the first time I discovered that I can heal myself. Um, that was like a crunch time moment for me that I wasn't going to allow to dictate my future. And I taught myself how to get through the sickness while being a singer. I learned so many remedies that week that to this day I do on a daily or a regular basis to keep up with my health. I wasn't taking care of myself the way I should have been. Um at the time, but it prepared me for greatness because today I literally parade that I'm a self healer. If I feel something's off in my body, I know now. I know what to use. I take a very holistic approach when it comes to that because of that 1 week before American Idol. If that never happened, I would have been, the same girl that, oh, I feel something. Oh, let me go to the doctor. Let me do that. Not to say don't go to the doctor, but I learned my body that week. Crazy timing, but it set me up for success because now I'm a woman that does juice cleanses. I'm a person that is on a daily routine of health and wellness, which is something else that I just introduced to my brand, which is muscle parties. I started doing that. I'll give you guys more information about that because it's still in its early stages, but everything happens for a reason. Um and that week before American Idol, I learned how to self heal. Period. So, is there anything else anybody wants to say? Yes, turmeric. I cook with turmeric now faithfully. Anything I'm cooking, I'm gonna splash that turmeric on there. So, you know, who knew that that week was gonna set me up for success today? I wouldn't even be talking about this if that didn't happen. So, sometimes people will critique what they think should have happened, but that's out of our control. And God has a bigger purpose behind everything. My appearance on American Idol wasn't to just go on American Idol and win the show. That was never the intention. It was so much more going into that. We only see what we see on the TV, but mentally the processes that I had to go through to achieve this type of goal and to just experience, like learning people, learning the industry. There's so much more that goes into it. American Idol was just the platform in which I got to learn it on, you know? So I say all that to say, take every experience with the perspective of what am I supposed to learn here? When you learn, you receive. You're not there to win in the superficial way of what winning looks like. I get a lot of comments today that are like, I wish you would have took American Idol seriously. Half of the people don't even know how sick I was beforehand. So I think I took it as serious as anybody could have taken it because I was sick. And I don't say that in reference to my performance. I say that in reference to my well-being. I took it so serious that I did everything I could to heal. You would have never known that I was, not well at that time. So don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to the naysayers. Do you, because your experiences are to only teach you and to elevate you, not for what you always think they're meant for. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. I love y'all. I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna get my day going. I hope you guys have a blessed day and happy day on purpose. Don't forget that you the one, not the two or the three. You the one. You're definitely the one to do the things that you are meant to do. All right, chat. I love y'all. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
I hope you enjoyed it. That was a die. Was it Madai, Madai, from American Idol? As she stated, that's how she got her started, and she was live on Fanbase. Come on over to Fanbase and get some real entertainment, educational information, anything you can think of. Building community, that's what it's about. And as the title says, and I'll go down so you can see it, be you without limits.